The store manager kicked out a dirty pregnant woman because she didn't have enough money to pay for milk. A boy who was nearby with his mother taught him a lesson. Before we continue, please take some time to subscribe to Dailydose, like, and share this video with your friends. It might brighten their day and inspire them to do good. Also keep watching because an important lesson awaits at the end of the video. One day, Lydia had to face the nightmare every girl never wanted to face. She got pregnant at a young age. Her boyfriend decided to cut ties and refuse to support the baby, forcing her to be a single mom. Lydia did not come from a well-off family. In fact, she only attended a public school and was a part-time grocery bagger. When the baby's demands rose, she could no longer work, and all of her funds were dedicated to her pregnancy. Her life hit an all-time low when she could not even afford essentials from the grocery. She lost her apartment and had to settle into living in group homes and overnight community care centers. One afternoon, she felt extra hungry, so she decided to enter a nearby convenience store. Lydia grabbed the cheapest snack and Tetra Pak of milk suitable for pregnant women. When she got to the counter, she could not pay for her items, being short $1. She held up a few dollars with mixed pennies, but this was not enough for the store manager. "If you can't afford your items, then get out of my store. You're holding up the line, and you're wasting my time with this nonsense," the manager yelled. Embarrassed, Lydia sprinted out of the store, crying. A middle-aged man, Jackson, noticed the commotion from the back of the line. After realizing what had happened, he spoke up from the line, saying he'd pay for the balance. "Can you throw in some of these?" said Jackson while dropping in some more food items. "Hey, she can have this from my cart too. I'll chip in," said an old man in line. "Oh, please give this to her too. I'll pay for it," said another line. The manager couldn't believe what had just happened, as Jackson influenced goodness from people in line. He walked out with a bag of groceries and slowly approached Lydia from the side of the street. "Are those for me?" asked Lydia as she was handed the bag. "It is. It's from everyone else in line, too," answered Jackson. "Why would you help me?" she asked in tears. "Well, my wife passed away a few years ago while giving birth to our child. Both of them didn't make it. If I could make sure I could help another mother and child, I would," Jackson shared. Jackson spent a few extra dollars that day but knew that what he had done was worth even more. Years passed, and Jackson never saw the woman on the street again. One morning, as he enjoyed his breakfast at a diner, he was surprised that his tab had been taken care of. "Someone covered it for you," explained the waitress. When asked who, she pointed him to a woman with a child seated by the window. "Excuse me, miss, but you might have mistakenly paid for my bill," said a confused Jackson. Lydia smiled, realizing that Jackson did not recognize her. She introduced herself from years back, and immediately Jackson realized that from seeing the baby. "We wouldn't be here today if it weren't for your gesture that day. We owe you our life," Lydia said. Jackson was overwhelmed and asked how the woman was doing. To his surprise, the groceries everyone gave allowed Lydia to discover talent. "Apparently, I'm a great cook," she said. "I didn't go to a culinary school, but I was accepted right away when I applied to work at a restaurant." Her employer liked her cooking so much that he supported her education to become a chef. What can we learn from this story? One act of kindness can change a person's life. Share this story with your friends. It might inspire people to share their own stories or to help someone else.